Hi guys, welcome back to another new video. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to do some correlation or regression using StatCrunch. So suppose we have two variables, x and y, and we want to see if there is any linear correlation between x and y. So first of all, let's do the scatterplot and just like have an idea how x and y are related to each other. So you go to graph, and you choose scatterplot. So variable x, it's your x, variable y, it's y, and hit compute. So you see that's the scatterplot. It looks like there is no correlation between x and y, but let's find the correlation coefficient and let's find the equation that's related x and y and find the p-value and see if there is any linear correlation between these two variables. So to find the correlation, you go to summary stat and choose correlation and highlight both of them. So highlight x and hold control and highlight y, and then press compute. So here is the correlation coefficient between x and y. Looks like negative 0.48. It's so weak. Remember the correlation coefficient r, it's always between negative 1 and 1. As we get close to 1 or negative 1, the linear correlation gets stronger, and as we get close to 0, the correlation gets weaker. So let's now find the equation, the regression equation between x and y. So if you go to stat and choose regression, simple linear, highlight variable x, variable y, and the hypothesis, leave it as default. So the null hypothesis equal to 0. That means there is no correlation between x and y. And the alternative hypothesis not equal to 0. That means there is some kind of correlation between x and y. So hit compute. So here we go, the equation. Y equals 38.07 minus 0.475, and the correlation coefficient is the same as we found before. It's negative 0.48. Now, to see if there is like a linear correlation between x and y, we're gonna look at the p-value. The p-value under the slope. So the p-value under the slope, not under the intercept. So the p-value under the slope is 0.2755, and it's higher than most common alpha. So we're gonna filter reject the null and conclude there is no correlation, a linear correlation between x and y. Even the r, it's pretty much negative 0.5. It's in the middle, but p-value showed there is no correlation between x and y, and I cannot use this equation to predict y for a given value of x. So for example, if I said if x is 23, what's y? So you are not gonna use this equation to answer the question, because there is no correlation between x and y, but your answer is just gonna be the average of y. So if you get the mean of y, that's the answer for any given x. But if there is like a correlation between x and y, I can substitute the given value of x in this equation and use it to predict the value of y. Or I can even go to StatCrunch and do it like here. So prediction of y right here, you're just gonna enter the x value wherever it's given in the exam, the question, but make sure, please make sure to look at p-value first, because if p-value is higher like this example, I cannot use the equation to predict. I'm just gonna find the mean of y, and that's my answer. But if p-value is smaller than, for example, 0.05, I can use the equation to predict the value for x, the value of y for a given value of x. So enter it here. So for example, 33, we said 33, compute. And if we scroll down here, you're gonna find if x is 33, the predict value of y or y hat will be 22.386983. But again, you have to have a small p-value to use the equation to predict or to find the y hat for a given x. So in this example, p-value is higher. I cannot use the equation to find the y hat. But I show you just in case your p-value is smaller, so you can use StatCrunch to find y hat. So in this example, in my example here, my p-value is high. I cannot use the equation, but I can answer the question by finding the mean of y, and that will be my y hat. So I hope this video will help you find out the linear regression. And if you have any question, please let me know in the comment, and see you in next video.